There is a state in Nigeria that has become so important to millions of Nigerians that even its critics cannot do without it. That state has become the destination of ambition. People leave their states for it, businesses relocate there, investors choose it, graduates chase opportunities there. And instead of asking what made it work, some Nigerians spend their time explaining it away. It's because it used to be the capital. It's because there are seaports there. But there are states with even more resources. There are states with advantages and opportunities too. Yet, millions are not running there. They are running to this particular state. You know why? Well, I'll tell you a story. In 1999, a leadership philosophy took over that state. And that came with one of the biggest tests ever. Federal allocation to that state became a battleground after the local government dispute. Many people would have complained. Many would have blamed Abuja. Many would have blamed the president. Many would have blamed politics. But instead, somebody chose to ask a different question. What do we have? And that question changed everything. Revenue collection in that state was strengthened. Leakages were blocked. Tax administrations became more efficient. Institutions became stronger. And excuses were replaced by systems. But Nigerians complained. Of course, Nigerians complained now. Because Nigerians will always complain when reforms arrive before results. Now, while people spent their time shouting and arguing, structures were built, systems were built, institutions were built. While others were looking for shortcuts, somebody was laying a foundation. And today, everybody wants a part of that outcome, but nobody wants to discuss the process. You know, we're a very interesting people. We fight reforms, and then we come back and wonder, why is progress taking so long? Now listen carefully. This is the part of leadership we need to understand. Because true leadership is not what happens when the leader is in office. It's what survives after the leader leaves. Well, the man left. But guess what? The systems stayed. The revenue stayed and even increased. The evidence stayed. The direction stayed. The blueprint stayed. Administration after administration continued building on this same foundation. That is not politics. That is institution building. That is leadership. Now, this same leadership is tested on a national scale. And I know the jokes. I know the sarcasm. If he built one state, has the cement finished? No. But the joke is on you. Because even the Holy Book acknowledges that he who is faithful with little will be entrusted with more. And that is where we are. And at the moment, the challenges have become bigger. The assignment has become bigger. The resistance got bigger. The population got bigger. The politics got bigger. But we are not deterred because principles do not change because the assignments got larger. Reforms are still reforms. Discipline is still discipline. Institution building is still institution building. And you know, many of the reforms people are complaining about today sound very familiar because they complained then too. They resisted, they doubted. Yet, the evidence is standing clearly for everyone to see. Now, the lesson here is not the man. The lesson is the model. The lesson is not the blueprint. The lesson is not the institution. The lesson is the blueprint. And this is why and where I challenge every Nigerian to stop waiting on one man to fix this country. Go and study the history of that state. Study the reforms, study the systems, study the institutions, and then go back and use the same energy you used to argue online and put pressure on your state governor. Ask why your state cannot generate more revenue, or ask why your state cannot generate more value. Ask why your state cannot build stronger institutions. Ask why your state does not attract more investment. Because if every Nigerian governor focused on building instead of blaming, if they focused on institutions instead of personalities, Nigeria will become unrecognizable. And perhaps this is the truth that makes a lot of people uncomfortable, because deep down, they already know this truth. The evidence exists, the blueprint exists, the result exists. But there is only one question left, and that is, are we going to learn from them, or are we going to spend another 20 years arguing with success,